guessing the Massey Ferguson is still doing the rowing, so that's a good thing. The thing is, if I finish seeding, then I can always grab the baler on the back of this thing, go bale all the fields that the Massey Ferguson's rowing. Well, he's still wandering around my yard now. He's off to the back. That is so weird. Well, there's a story for Mrs. Osa when she gets home. Maybe he's gone to visit the neighbour. Of course, what I'm going to have to do is unload the seed from the Vedastat, which, yes, that's going to be a thing. And then, so corn is a late crop, so we're going to have to wait a long time for this to come ready. I did weed the other one. I suppose, yeah, it's only going to be a single growth of weeds from this rather than a double growth. Direct drills create 2 growths of weeds in the first month, whereas others don't, or non-direct. Where you have to cultivate then plant, you only get a single row of. See, he's got a leash on, so potentially he's broken his leash. I think he's supposed to be in somebody's yard. That's oh, I hope he hasn't got himself tied up. That would be a problem too. Okay, let's... can I put this down without unfolding it? Yes! Alrighty. So, this has got full of seed. I'm going to have to unload it. Somehow. Okay, unload seed. Let's pull forwards a bit and unload, yes. I'll pull that out the way for now. And we'll go hitch up to the Lemken and put some seed in it. Let's see how this works out. Probably, oh yeah. I was going to say, it's probably about time that I go check on the Massey Ferguson and finish off the rowing in that field, because that windrower is not the greatest. Okay. Okay, that's 1. That's 600. That's half a 1. So part of what worries me is because he's got a leash. That leash is going to get caught up on a thing, and then he's going to be stuck and get distressed because the leash got wrapped around a tree because he walked around the tree 3 times or something like that. He's gone off to the neighbour's yard. Anyway, we'll get this in here. Line it all up. I don't need any special sensors. So, go worker. So apart from the small seed tank on this, this is actually a fairly good plant. As I said, I don't want to be putting fertilizer down with this, because if you do that, I kind of believe that you need growth in order to get an accurate sensor on the sensors that we put on when we're spraying. Anyway, let's go find this guy and see what he's failed to do. Probably quite a lot. This field, I kind of feel it's easier to work laterally, or for a worker to work laterally, should I say. However, this windrower is just not going to be very fun going across the field, because you'll see when we get to the top here, there is going to be so much headland that this thing just doesn't pick up. I mean, there's about 3 headlands there, and that's not the bestest of things. Try and grab as much as I can from the edge there. And that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking a replacement of this rake might be a good thing. I think, you know, it's a DLC, I paid for it, so actually using it, at least for a while, is kind of a good thing. But, yeah, as we go along, okay, I've used it, it's fine. But I'd like to get something that's a little easier to run on a worker. So that's where I'm going here. Is yeah, and unfortunately, you know, I've got the Govil baler pack, and potentially not going to use any of those things. Primarily because of the way our farm is set up. I'm not using, or I'm trying to get the biggest bales so I don't have to transport them too far. Or when I transport them, they are, yeah, I make the fewest journeys possible, and thus, yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, I'd much prefer to, you know, I much prefer to have huge bales and fewer journeys. And I guess, oh well, straw's going to be interesting this coming year as well. AI has finished their task. I do not believe you, but you know what I do believe? He turned left at the bottom of the field like that, and indeed, he is finished, except not so much. And I really need to look into courseplay. Let's just put that out there right away. I need to get into courseplay so we can get all these odd-shaped fields planted without me having to come and supervise every 5 minutes. Anyway, he should. I hope he gets to the end of that bit. In the meantime, We'll go up to the top, we'll do a couple more headlands here. I mean, the nice thing about this is you can do that, and that will just start you a new row without messing up what you've already rowed, which is something that the helicopter rowers tend to have an issue with. I think for now we will since I'm doing it manually, I'll just run the edges here, which just makes it a whole lot easier later to just come through with the baler and pick it all up. Although one of the YouTube channels, this farm wife, has one of these rakes, and she rakes while her husband bales, and so when she gets into a corner she'll wait for him to come and bale what's in front of her so she can just keep going and not mess up the rows that she's already done. Unfortunately, with a worker I don't have that option. And sometimes what I will do is I'll run this on a worker and follow it with a baler, or I will drive this and follow me with a baler. Both work. Okay, I'll get around to this bit, and once again, oh, did I go too far? Nope. Magic. I don't need to run all the way down this row though. I think I can just get that bit there and call that section done. So we just got to do the bottom now. Then, I don't know. Then it's just gonna get complicated. So I don't know which other fields we've got to do here now. Oh, I missed the message that said that my worker had finished planting the field again. So I'll carry on. I'll do this section. And then when I get to the point where we need to turn around, I'll go get the corn planter planting again. Oh, actually, you know what? That's awesome. And stop. Okay, we'll lift that up. Go find the vent. And again, didn't make it too far. And off he goes again. I think I've overlapped a little bit too much here, so he's going to stop again. How's the end doing? It looks like, for the most part, well, I don't know. I might need to run across the end. Let's go have a look, see how this is turning out. So there's a miss bit there. It looks like he's making a well, I was going to say he looks like he's making a fairly good job there. Actually, I'm not too certain. Of course, do that and that. Yeah, he's missed a bit. This side is not going to get done. And he's going to say he's done here. Yeah. So, down here, obviously along the bottom. I think if I go all the way to the end, that should be enough for the tractor to be able to turn around without getting flustered by the hedge. Of course, now probably what's going to happen is, since I'm in this corner, I am going to set him again north-south on this field, and he's probably going to turn left and just do the edge. You know, the bit what sticks out, and not hang a right and do the entirety of the rest of the field. But so yeah, there's a choice to do that little bit there or all of that there. I guess he's going to do that little bit there, but we have stuff to do with a tedder, so let's get that going again. Now, as we know, a lot of the rest of the fields that we have to do are kind of on the small side, so probably going to have to do a lot of them manually. And I need to keep an eye on the planter to make sure he gets done. Swing around, and oh, this is just a painful mess of whatever. I'm good, let's go. So, what other fields do we have to do? That one, those two, oh, and that one. How do I get there? I go down there, I go round there, and then we can do the rest. There's 3 of them, 2 of them are tiny. So if I remember rightly, we head this way. And this will actually take us close to the place, the grocery store, which doesn't pay an environmental bonus. Yeah, we're going the right way. But is also fairly close to our farm. So, yay. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so that's one of our silage fields that we did. Well, seed is still going. It's half full though. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's turn right. Oh, let's try not to crash into a tree. That would be a plan. So 46 is to our right, and 35, I think, is this way. Indeed. It's on the other side of that shed. Now, yeah, the thing is with this field is it's so short in all directions that trying to set this off on a worker, the worker will do less rowing. Hello, thank you. It'll miss more than it does, so yeah, we'll just do better running this manually round here, and the same with 35. No, this is 35. The other one. When you're leaving three rows at the end of each, rows, yeah, 3 lateral rows at the end of each main row, there's nothing you can do. Yeah, this field would be, the middle 10% road in one direction and then just nothing else. And boink. Okay. I am missing some in the sides, so we're going to have a fair amount of messing around on the edges with the baler. I think I'm just going to go round and round here, get this road as a spiral, and I'll go do the other field. And again, I think 46 is on the small side, that really you're not going to get much in the way of helper related rowing before things just mess up. Okay, so I now have 3 rows on this side. So this is what the right hand side of the windrow is, where the worker would not row, and I've got 3 on the other side, so I would have like 3 rows here that the worker would do, and then the rest it wouldn't. And really not entirely worthwhile. So as I said, doing it manually is probably the easiest way out here. And not exactly the tidiest of operations, I guess. But didn't take me long, so not too upset by that. Okay, fold that up. Still need to come back with the baler, so I'm not going to close the gates yet. 48 is the next one. Ooh, and I am way too close. Okay, we go through here and through here. Oh, this is the one where we lead straight into the grass. And that's kind of what I was saying about the other field, where there was a large entrance area. This one, there is no entrance area. You are straight into the grass. And I'm missing bits at the edge, but whatever. Okay, final field, we are definitely able to let the worker do most of that, and then we'll clear up the rest. Okay, it is midday. And the corn seeder is down to, or the planter is down to 13%. So I'm going to have to run over and get that refilled at some point. Well, I could get it rolled as well while we're at it. That would be a plan. I believe the roller is enough horsepower, or requires the horsepower that the Fendt puts out. I don't think this tractor can haul it. Well, the dog's gone. So not sure what that was all about. Very pretty dog, but as I said, I am incredibly allergic to dogs, so I can barely cope with them outside, but not going to open the door because it's going to come in, it's going to get hair everywhere, and I'm going to stop breathing, which usually isn't good for one's health. Okay. You know what? I think I'm just going to run over here. And go this way. Oh. And there we go. The other dude is empty. So, we're going to need to jump over to the Fendt, get that filled up, and then go do the thing. Get that turned around. Alrighty, go find a Fendt. Oh, you didn't even make it to the end. Okay then. So what I'll probably do, actually, okay. There's not much left to do. I've given that much. I'll probably start it from the top in this corner again. And then we'll put it over on the little wedge at the west side of the field that it didn't do yet. Ooh, and we'll crash into the hedge again, because I seem to be really good at that coming out of that field. Anyway, more seed. That's 500. And these two both have 1,000 in, so we'll drain one of those. Hello. Yoo-hoo. I actually wonder if you can use the front tank for seed too, or whether it has to be fertilizer. Because obviously the big problem here is this does not go far. We need to fill this up twice in order to plant this not exactly large field.